The court is said to have ordered the Senate to recall Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who was suspended upon accusing the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, of sexually harassing her. The Senate committee that should investigate the case turned around to be accusing Natasha herself of certain misdeeds that were never raised until she accused the Senate President of harassing her sexually. So that was how the Senate committee turned the accuser into the accused, and the Senate adopted the recommendation of the committee to suspend Natasha for 6 months. And that was one of the things said by the court under the headship of Justice Binta Nyako, that 6 months is excessive and unlawful. But the question, why did the Senate degenerate to that level of shame? Why? The only reason I can find is that the senators are well fed, to put it that way. The senators are not part and parcel of a ruined economy as experienced by common Nigerians. The way I see it, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like some of his predecessors, knows that the only people who can put him in check are the senators and the representatives, the legislature. And so is doing everything to please the legislators. And the Senate is under the presidency of the Senate presidency of Godswill Akpabio, who is fronting for them before the presidency to make sure that they enjoy life, unlike these suffering masses. So the sentimental sympathy and empathy, that they have for the Senate president because of the abundance of life that they are enjoying must have been responsible for the action of the Senate, which is very shameful. But we thank God for the judiciary, because the judiciary is expected to be the last hope of common people. And when the judiciary fails in that light, common people are bound to suffer. So we thank God that at least this time around, the judiciary has done the rightful thing. The three arms of government, the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary, are supposed to be checks and balances for justice and fairness. But when the other two arms of government are pocketed by the executive, so we are bound to have a situation of lawlessness and injustice. So the senators that supported the suspension of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan knew what they were doing as self-serving people. So the executive, we don't know the dividing lines anymore between the executive and the legislature. Because and that is why Nigeria must find a way of making the three arms of government to be independent, so that they can play the role of checks and balance that they are expected to play. So at least this time around, we credit the judiciary, and we hope that the judiciary will maintain its integrity. The Senate or the legislature too, I plead with them to have a rethink and not to continue to bring shame to our country in the name of bread and butter. Life is not about bread alone, so says Jesus of Nazareth. Life is not about bread alone, but for every word that comes from God. Love God, love your neighbor. God is God of love and justice. And when we deviate from that and we begin to rob Peter to pay Paul, to use to remove subsidies from basic necessities of life to fund Hajj, and the legislators gave it automatic approval. That's part of what is messing up our nation. You all swore to uphold the constitution that prohibits state religion, yet you have turned Christianity and Islam into Nigeria's religion, when Christianity belongs to Christians, Islam belongs to Muslims, Nigeria belongs to everybody. We hope that both the judiciary and the legislature will come to the reality of Nigeria and contribute to putting things in proper perspectives to uphold the laws of Nigeria. That is what is important. You legislators, you have not changed the law of Nigeria from there shall be no state religion, Section 10 of Nigeria's constitution. So why are you doing that? And now, anyway, we are now crediting the judiciary, we want to also be able to credit the legislature. That's what I'm saying.